Hey guys, and welcome back to some more Factorio, sending supporters to space. And I streamed today for about 3 hours and got some busy work done. Now, before you freak out that you may have missed too much, first of all, I didn't do anything like super groundbreaking, and even if you are upset that you missed what I did do, the VOD from that stream was just uploaded to YouTube as of the time I'm recording this video, so by the time this goes out, the VOD will have already been out for a couple hours on YouTube, so you can check it out there if you do want to see all the stuff I did do on the stream. I'm going to do a very quick overview with you now, though, what I did do. So you may notice a new rail line. I built a iron outpost out here, and we went on a little bit of a murdering spree on the biters that may have set me off a little bit. Here comes one now. They kind of unlocked the evil Xterminator within me with all their attacks. This guy's not quite sure what he's doing, actually. He's about to get wrecked is what he's doing. Sucks to be you. We built this rail. It's really dinky, really not great. But we're going to go to 2-lane systems in the very near future. Anyway, I brought this over. I've had an iron unload station here. It's cut off, but it's pretty much the coal station, like the coal station over here, except vertical. And I've just tied in a line to steel, expanded the steel a little bit, and tied these into here. I've also hooked up, you may have noticed, I've hooked up the 4th line of iron and done all of the proper 4-lane split-offs. So I did see people mention that they wanted me to go over these. So I did them on stream just because it was really tedious. I literally spent like 40 minutes redoing all these. But essentially, this is a proper 4-lane split off. So these two guys are essentially just balancing kind of, or merging these together. Sends one underground to the next, or just underground, essentially just straight through. So these two middle ones go straight through, and then these two end ones go through another splitter, which sends it straight through. And then these, and then the other half of that, essentially, is sent out and split off. And, I mean, to be honest, I'm not entirely exactly sure why it works. Like, lane balancers and splitters aren't really my strong suit. But it does work. This is an actual proper 4-lane split off. And courtesy of, surprise, surprise, Can, although these are very known things, but he did provide me with a blueprint book which has all of these essentially. There's tons of them. So there's, 1-lane split off, which is just a splitter. Don't really need to think about that much. 2-lane split offs, which I do know how to do already. And then there's another yellow 2-lane half split off. And then there's 4 lanes for, top, bottom, top, bottom, and then double ones for each, which is really nice. So, yeah, I've used these. I've sent them where they need to go for each of our things. Some of them I've used the double one. You can see somewhere in here. This is a double one. I've changed it so that one goes down, but this is quite complicated. Here's another. Oh, it's not really a good one, because this is actually a double one and then a single one. Here's a good double one. So this is a double top, essentially. This whole thing right here is a split off. It's pretty much identical to this, except it's just 2 of them put together, essentially. If you look at it, right, all of this, or up to here, is exactly the same as this, pretty much. Just a little bit changed. So I have added those in. Also, we got purple going. I did get rid of our extra furnace assembly. You guys were very observant and noticed that I did build an extra one, which I had not noticed, so that's fixed. And it's really about it, I think. I don't think I did much else. Copper is getting kind of low, so soon we will have to do a copper outpost. Probably on a stream again. Coal is pretty much dead, but we already have a coal train. So what we're going to do this episode is we're going to work on blue circuits. Now, last episode, because someone asked me to do kind of a recap of the previous episode. Except, I don't even remember what I did last episode. We finished purple packs last episode. I made this, I made the furnace thing, and then I also made the assembler setup here, and also on stream, I got this fed in and set up. Let me just explain this very quickly, then we will get to blue circuits. So what I've done is I brought this in up top here. I've added another set of labs too, but so on the other side of this belt, we will have the high-tech ones, which we will do in the near future. We will need those, but what I've done is I'm inserting these from the top, but I'm using filter inserters here, because if we didn't use filter inserters, what would happen is we would be creating just a loop in our science, right? Because if we use normal inserters, they would just grab everything from this, like even the red and greens, which we've already inserted, and just pass them back through, and it wouldn't work very good. So we're using filters to only pass the production and high-tech from the top, and then these really probably need to be filters as well, I'd imagine. Although if this works, maybe these didn't need to be filters. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that. You guys will probably point out. But anyway, this does work because I've already knocked out like 4 researches using this setup. I'm trying to see here. Is this going to like move these purple packs through? Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's that setup. Let's get going on blue circuits. Now, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be a different build than I normally do, because with the 0.15 changes, these things have changed to a 1-to-1 ratio. I mentioned this in a previous episode. These used to take 15 seconds, and now they take 10 seconds. So it is a perfect 1-to-1 ratio circuit assembler to processing unit assembler if you use the same level assembler. So I'm going to actually build the circuits locally rather than use this setup. Also because belt throughput for circuits 20 every 10 seconds is it just creates a problem. So I've been thinking in my head a couple setups. I'm going to try one first, the more elegant one, I'd say, potentially, but it may not work, so I have a backup plan. Combat robotics would actually be very nice. And we're going to build it just over here, I think, would be good. You know, there's not really room here. I suppose I could squeeze something through that, but I'm going to leave a little room, so I'm going to build on the right side of this power pole. Yeah, we're just going to start. So blue circuit's very simple, really, because all we need is red circuits, or advanced circuit, whatever you want to call them, and sulfuric acid. Now, sulfuric acid we don't actually have here. We're going to either have to pipe it or barrel it. But I'm thinking, so for greens, I'm just going to line, like I said, kind of like with the science, I kind of like having my things lined up just this way. So for greens, we're going to do the same ratio, right? The build for greens is not going to change. It's going to be this. And this is where it becomes a little tricky doing direct insertion, so we'll see if my plan works or not. It may not. We'll have to see. So this is going to go like this. Same build, pretty pretty standard here. So we're going to do that, and where are my inserters? Okay, so then because the deal is, right, is we need to have iron come in here, but then we also need to insert into the blue things. They're called processing units. So to do this, there's a couple things we can do. We can either put the blues here, and then just use long-handed, like so. However, that doesn't really leave much room in terms of where to put acid and where to put, you know, like the output and then the input for the reds. We could still work it out. I could put maybe the acid in the middle. I mean, that's actually certainly doable. Or, and I'm just kind of brainstorming here, or we could do something like this, and logistics slots, don't really need those yet. Do I have did I get the personal laser defense yet? Because it's quite good. What do I need for that? Lasers, duh. Or what we could do is move these out, get rid of this, and have the long-handed go like that. And I'm not sure what would be better. The advantage to this system is that this allows us to put in acid right here. Now, I actually kind of like the idea of having it in the middle. It almost seems cleaner to me. But getting it in there is going to be a bit of an issue potentially, because because we get it in here, I'm not really sure how it would work with the belts. So I'm gonna think. Let me just think here for a second. I'm not sure either one works. It's just really which one we want to mess with. if I did this, it would probably just be a solid pipe because it's just easier. I think I would need 2 long-handed for this actually, which wouldn't actually work due to that. So we're gonna try it the other way. I'm not sure 2 long-handed would even work. Yeah, it would. Okay. Okay, I figured it out, guys. This is part of the process, right? This is, you know, you guys have said this is what you want to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this, and we now have 2 long-handed. And this is the part that may not work. I'm not sure 2 long-handed will be fast enough. If it's not, I'm going to have to go with my backup plan, which is going to be a little bit more interesting, but doable, I think. So that's going to be iron. This no longer needs to be underground. And that's not going to be it. This is going to be iron. That's going to be copper. So there's those dudes. And then this is where it gets tricky. So we need 1 thing for red. Now, we could have red share the same belt as the output for these. I have seen builds do that, and you can make it work. I very much don't want to do that here because to me, it just becomes a huge pain. So we're going to have 1 of these be output. And 1 of these be the reds, and these long-handed for the red for the output is totally fine. And I could use normals for even this because this only requires 2 red. But again, we'll just use fast. And then this actually could go here if I did. Wow, thank you. If I did this. So it actually very nicely power that. And then with this power, yeah, there's not really a clean way, even with these poles, unfortunately, to power that. Even if I did that, that wouldn't power it. This is somewhat frustrating, I must admit. Okay. Well. Jeez. What a pain. I guess we'll do that. How does that... I don't even want to look. Oh, dear God. Oh, that's that. Just don't look at this crap. This actually doesn't look too bad. Okay, so we'll do that. And then these will just mirror on this side. Oh, wrong one. So doing this should be interesting. I'm not really sure how I'll do that. Might have to come in from this side. That would be fine, though. Well, I can't because there's going to be green circuits there. See, so this is where things get tricky. We have a couple options available. I don't really like any of them. Well, let's build this out because we can always move the power pole. The power pole is the main thing kind of impeding us right now. This power pole here in terms of getting the acid in. And these actually need to swap places. That. Yeah, because this is literally just going to be a mirror, right? This is going to be a mirror of this. And we need to move this power pole. Let me guess, it won't work. Yep. Oh, geez. Okay, so you're going to come out here. And then this thing, going to have input like that for our iron. Okay. How do we want to get the sulfuric acid in? I know of a way to get it in already. I don't like the way I'm thinking of doing it. So I'm trying to think of a better way to do it. And this really, I mean, really, guys, this is what I truly love about Factorio. I mean, obviously it's not the only thing. There's many parts. You know, building a mega base is one of them. But one thing that I just really love about it is this puzzle aspect, right? This, and I'm going up to get more steel to build more of these. The puzzle aspect of figuring out, you know, what is a good way to do this? You know, like I know how to do this. I know of a way to do this, but what is a better way to do this? And speaking of, we have like no copper, so I may hold off on research for a few minutes. That's really what I enjoy. I've changed my mind. There's no way to do this at all. It's just, I mean, the only way to do it is like this, which is not even needed. Not really. Interesting. Okay, so if he goes there, this guy goes here. Well, no. Shoot. Could this one reach farther? Not that far. Could reach that far, though. So that still works. And then this... See, that already reaches. This is, something is unbalanced. It's going to be an excessive power pole, but it's going to be symmetrical, which is what I would very much like. Oh. Because I'm an idiot. No wonder. I'm missing half the assemblers for this setup. Well, we're off to a, oh dear, we're off to a fantastic start here. Okay. There we go. Maybe the power poles should be something that I do last, after I know that I actually have all my assemblers. So that's going to be copper. Grab some of these. And then, yeah, I know it's dark. Night vision. That's what I was going to do, night vision. I can make a night vision. Of course, don't have any batteries. I can make a solar panel. Seems a bit excessive. Really, if I just put lights in my base. Okay, so I'd very much like this to be symmetrical, though. So if he goes there, this one goes there, this one goes here, and then we just do this. That would work, huh? Yeah. It's going to be about as close as we can get. Jeez. That's about as ugly as you can get, man. Okay, so then my plan for this, if you haven't figured it out, my plan is, unfortunately, you're probably not going to like it because I don't like it, but the plan is to do this, go through here. Because the way I set this up, there's just really no other way to do it that I can see. You guys might spot something, and depending how difficult it would be in terms of a rework, I'm certainly open to suggestions. That doesn't require me, like, rearranging this entire build, because I like how the build is. The pipes are just a little bit odd. So there's that. Now we're gonna need... Really wish I had robots. I can make robots, you know. Like, really, I can make robots in a personal roboport. If I actually had the initiative, if I took the initiative and did that, we have batteries, we have electric engines, we have advanced circuits. So if I did, I don't know how many grabbed, but how many of these things take again? Just one. Okay. It's gonna take a while. And yeah, we have no copper. What happened to my copper? I just added copper, like the last copper miners to that patch at the end of the stream. Oh dear. We really need a copper outpost as soon. We are chewing through these resources like crazy. Sorry, I had to yawn. Jeez. I was awakened, and this is a good thing to bring up. This actually isn't that much of a sidetrack, because I know I missed an episode didn't come out this morning, and that's because I didn't have any power. I was awakened at early. I was awakened earlier than I was supposed to be up by my computer's UPS beeping away because I didn't have any power. So yeah, I'm tired. That explains the yawning, and then that also explains why an episode didn't go up, because I didn't have power, which means I didn't have internet and I didn't have a computer. So luckily they got it fixed pretty quick. So this is backed up, and a good thing with this is that we need sulfuric acid. So I'm gonna grab some batteries, because we need batteries to make these dudes. It's gonna take a lot of frames. These things take forever, but hey. So where's my pipe? Sulfuric acid. What we can do is we're gonna barrel some of it up, because I think, well, I don't know. I mean, because sulfuric acid lasts a really long time. I did the math on this in one of my tutorial videos. These only need 5 keep in mind that all fluids were multiplied by 10. So in the old math, this was 0.5 per. All right, so a barrel can hold 250, and this takes 5, which means that 1 barrel of sulfuric acid can create 50 blue circuits. And that may not seem like much, but just wait until we have like 100 of these barrels. It's 5,000 blue circuits. I mean, they're very, very inexpensive in regards to the sulfuric acid cost. Now the real question is, can I do this without having to cancel my robot production here? And the answer would be no, because I don't have any barrels. I should probably go grab some barrels actually from the loop thing over for the electric engines, because there should be empty barrels in there. Oh, also, can I make this yet? I can make this. 40 gears. It's fine. So yeah, see, already just boom, 4 barrels just like that. So yeah, we'll have a couple robots. I need more than like 3 or however many I made, but really, what I should do, I should just set up an assembler and just input some ingredients by hand to make some robot frames, just so it can kind of be chugging away while I'm doing stuff. I'm just going to grab a couple more barrels to give the blue circuit thing a good kind of kickstart. Yeah, see, we already have more than 10 barrels. So that's already, whoop, wrong chest. That's already like, you know, more than 500 blue circuits. So there's that. Let's head over this way. Make a couple more robots while I'm at it. I don't know what they're lacking. Probably steel would be my guess. Oh man, this copper is really starting to worry me. You can see that our smelter isn't even fully on. So we will need a copper outpost very, very soon. I'm not, based on this, we're not going to even have enough copper to support the circuits for these blue circuits. I'm actually quite surprised that we've even managed this far on just 1 lane of copper, but we have up until this point. It's really quite astonishing. Okay, so this won't do any. The problem with this is we don't actually have any power, and oh, what a pain, man. What do I need for a fusion reactor? That is a good question. Oh, I need high-tech packs? Gotta be kidding me. Alright, let's get this hooked up at least. So copper, the, you know, thing that's non-existent right now, will come in over here. Where is it? Oh, yep, pretty much non-existent. So this is just going to be a 1 lane split off because that's all we have. Like, no copper is going to go down there. But, you know, getting it set up is the important part. We can get resources to it, because if we get it set up, once we get resources to it, it'll just work. You know, so come up here. Copper's over there. And also, some people mentioned, had some very good ideas, that I should put ammo into the coal train, filter a couple slots for it. Same applies to the iron train, actually. Filter a couple slots in the wagons for ammo, and then have it delivered, and then set up like a belt around the outpost, giving ammo to the turrets. Is a very good idea. I will have to get to that. Now, in terms of this unbarreling nonsense, well, let's get this. Yep. I always seem to misclick that. Where's iron? Iron's way up there. Okay. Once we get this going, again, it's really not going to run much at all. So this is where we encounter our problem, because we already have a split off here. In fact, it's already a 2-way split off. Yeah, this is where we have a bit of an issue, because these things are so damn big, these split offs. Now, this we could split for not to do that. So what we'll do, actually, if I pull this, okay, new plan, just tear up everything I just did. New plan is that we will split this like here, and he will go that way, he will go this way, because we can easily underground through here, right? For the reds and the output of the blues. So he's gonna go like that, and then this should hopefully give us the room we need to actually put some sort of splitter here. And I'm gonna go get more belt. So we do have a few robots. I didn't research robot speed, but right now research is probably not the best idea since I have no copper. Okay, so let's make a few of these guys. No circuits either. That's bound to help our copper problem. Me just leeching off the belts for circuits. Okay, so he's gonna come down. Now the thing is, I'm not sure how this is actually gonna fit. If we take our blueprint book, this is what we need, and it will actually fit. Now this is somewhat redundant. If I do this, and this applies to pretty much all of them, and you guys may comment on this, so I'm gonna mention it now. You don't need these first splitters, like, so for here, for example, right? This ends. You don't actually need these first splitters because it's already pretty much done by these two. But this is just kind of a fail-safe, I guess, or something to, not or something. It is kind of just a fail-safe for in case something messes up with these belts, in case you fiddle with these or whatever, then these are needed. And I think it looks a little better too. So sure, it's a few extra splitters, a few extra resources, a very minor amount of game performance, like extremely minimal at this scale. I think it's fine. So I just wanted to point that out for anyone who is wondering or may comment, nope, those are not needed, but yes, I'm gonna leave them. So it's kind of the story there. My inventory is completely full of iron. Great. Take my iron. Okay, so now we'll just blueprint this. I don't have a row of port, but this just helps me because I don't quite have this thing memorized. I do have the 4-to-4 belt balancers, not split offs, but balancers memorized at this point. I do not have these quite memorized yet, though. So thank goodness for blueprints. And wow, yeah, we need a copper outpost so bad. Oh, right. That's where my straight underground was. So then this whole thing can just go away. Makes it easier, cleaner anyways. And this should just make things perform better in general in terms of resources to have proper like 4-lane split offs. So these are gonna grab, these are gonna do that, these are gonna that, and that. So then these need to expand out. Not that I can support many. I'll be surprised if these two even run worth anything. And then this, where's a good place to put this? Oh, this doesn't center. That's unfortunate. Well then. Oh, that is just painful. Or somewhere I could put this that would be even somewhat... Wow. Because we need to split it on both. We need it to go on both ends, which is not an issue. It's just where do I want to put this? Suppose I could just put it here. Because he's going to unbarrel. Split. Yeah. Suppose we'll just do that. Okay, so then reds, would it be... Yeah, reds are already here. This is actually a pretty short jaunt for these red circuits. Still learning to use Pipette a little bit. I think I'm using it a bit more, except for, you know, when I'm talking about it and then forget to use it. Oh, geez. Okay. So again, this is only 1 lane. It's just a simple splitter. Nothing fancy there. So then this guy is going to come off this way. Like so. And we're going to need maybe 1 more of those and some more undergrounds. So there's that. This guy, not quite sure what I want to do here. Well, what I needed to do is move this down. What I can do, though, is, as absurd as it may seem, I will move this up 1, because that's all I need. Means I need to redo this underground because, you know, super finicky. Got some free red circuits there, though. Okay, so then he's gonna insert an output. Got to make sure always have your empty barrels going somewhere, otherwise it's just gonna stop and back up due to no output. And then he's gonna come over here. Right, yeah, it's not centered. Like that, boom, boom. And there, there, and there. And then once I stick these in, this thing should start ready to rock and roll. And here we go. Boom. So the question is, this had already inserted green, so this is actually kind of a bad test. If I were to pull these out, this is not going to be fast enough. No way in hell. Like, obviously waiting because I pulled them out, but right now is the test. Can it insert 20 circuits before this is done? And the answer is probably going to be no. Or it's going to be extremely close. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh man. That was either super close or literally perfect. Let's watch it. 17, 18, 19. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh man, guys. I can't say, I don't know why I'm running this way. I can't say I've ever, well, I have before. This was not planned, but this is literally spot on. Like, the second that this thing finishes and needs 20, this inserts the 20th circuit. You just gotta love it when stuff works out like that. Oh, I could actually just watch this like 10 times in a row. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. All right, so we're gonna have some blue circuits now, which is fantastic. We only need 40 for a normal power armor. We cannot, unfortunately, get a fusion reactor. I can make a solar panel, which is gonna take like 10 days because we have to make 5 normal solar panels, which ain't cheap. Actually need steel. I'd like to have a couple of these. I don't know what I'm missing for this. Copper. My poor copper supply. As I run over the belt and see everything. Oh, whoa, no. None of that. Nope. Nope. So, I mean, these things are pathetic. 10 kilowatts? Like, come on. You realize that this thing takes, like, what is this even? Internal robot charge rate, internal buffer charge rate. I'm not sure how much this actually takes. I never really understood. Like, I know what these mean, but I don't know which one is actually the amount of power it's taking from my suit. But what I can tell you is, these solar panels suck. That is what I can tell you for sure. That these solar panels are not really something I want to be building, but I can't make a fusion reactor yet. So we do have blues though. That's one part of high tech's done. I suppose I could just craft like 200 high techs. Yeah, right. The other part is batteries, which is done-ish, but we're actually going to do a full battery build on the bus, or rather buy the high techs, and then speed modules and cable. Cable is about as simple as you can get. I have to figure out the ratio for that, but should be pretty straightforward. And then the speed modules, whew, man, that's going to be expensive. We definitely need a copper outpost before we venture into trying this out, because let me tell you, this is going to eat through the copper, man, between the red circuits and the green circuits for the red circuits and the blue circuits for all the speed modules. Whew, it's going to be expensive. So there's that. Did I not make battery? Oh. I don't know why I'm making like 3 of these, because there's no way we're going to even charge one. These solar panels are literally just like worthless. I really don't understand why they're so bad. Like, I feel like these should at least do like, I don't know, man. I mean, a normal solar panel is 60 kilowatts, and that's its max output. This just takes, I mean, I put a battery in. It's just doing nothing. This takes forever, and I have 2 of these things. Oh, we did one little tick on it. There's no way I'm running a RoboPort off this. I hate these stupid solar panels. I guess we'll make one more. But anyway, I think this is a good place to end this episode. We did get blue circuits running. I will add more. We need way more than this production-wise, but it won't do any good unless I get copper. We do have the build sussed out. I really like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this build. This is kind of irritating me. This is not like centered, that it's just to one side. I could add another one, but that's insanely excessive. Yeah, I don't know. There's no way to really center it, I don't think, just because of how the grid works. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this one. I'd love to hear your thoughts, as always, in the comments. And just to reiterate, I do read all the comments. Before I recorded this, I did spend about an hour and a half reading through. I was very behind. I was like 150 comments behind because I've been so busy I hadn't read any for like 2 days. But I did then, just before this episode, read every comment that I hadn't read previously. On all these episodes, some really good points, like the ammo one and some others that escape me at this particular moment. But I do read all the comments again, just want to reiterate that. So do leave your thoughts. And next time, we will probably be doing something with copper, I'd imagine. Anyway, as always, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.